There was a lot to digest in this episode. Some of the things I liked, some of the things I didn't. Stick around and find out what. First, we're going to break it down. Our villains, Miss Minutes and Renslayer. Learns that her memory gets wiped. You know, I don't think she looked that angry. So then they decide to go rogue. I don't understand what their plan was there. It is literally the two of you. She shows up. Did she really think that she was going to convince Docs? These are people who are extremely loyal to the TVA, but then she just gets Brad? So you think you're going to take down the entire TVA, just you three, because you used to lead armies? Hello, you don't have an army. Miss Minutes is like the only one that can do anything. I just don't get it. They try and coerce Victor Timely into doing what they want. Obviously, that's not going to work, because if they do put him in a small box, then they have no other options. Loki is such a good show, and that just seemed so ridiculous. So yeah, that's really it. Now, Victor Timely. I am convinced throughout the entire episode that Victor is going to turn into He Who Remains. Meeting Ouroboros freaked me out. Could not have been the only one that went jaw drop. I think it's just a time paradox of what they're trying to give us. It's an interesting one. Guys, the whole Ouroboros fan club, I knew it would be a hit. Signing each other's guidebook, beautiful. Why does our man love hot cocoa? It was really just a mechanism to get him out of the room so he could be used as a hostage, progress the story there. The last thing, Victor's demise. Not expecting that in the slightest. Wild. Getting caught off guard in the episode was awesome. Did you guys catch what the theme of the episode was? Stick around for the end of the video and I'll explain. Now, mostly, our main characters, Loki, Sylvie, and Mobius. The key line pie being revisited again, there is something weird about that place. The comment, I must have taken a wrong turn. Does this place change? Like it's the room of requirement or something? I hope it gets explained. Sylvie's freak out to Mobius. You want to go eat some pie? As I've been saying this entire series, that is another reinforcement that Mobius is going to go check out the timeline. What I liked even more was the discussion between Sylvie and Loki. Easily the best scene in the entire episode, if not the entire series. Sylvie is really having to face the consequences of her actions. Loki shows a ton of humanity. He literally sounds at one point like he's getting choked up. I thought was wild, and it's great acting from Tom. Loki also got to say what I commented in the second episode, that it is harder to stay. He said it in different words. Fixing complex problems is a lot harder than burning everything down. Oh, I bet you that one felt good, boy. The best part of that entire scene. Oh, so then we're going to be playing God? Loki just drops the hammer. We are gods. Yes, dude. Sitting at my couch. Yeah. Literally the Norse gods. Another thing, we got closure for when Loki was time skipping. It felt a little empty to me. I think I was expecting a bigger reveal. And then Sylvie responding in like a kind, loving way. There you are. That almost didn't match the scene that they had before. It still felt just different. It was that phone call. Literally used as like comic relief. And let me say, I hate when they do that. Best example, the beginning of The Last Jedi. We're talking about Marvel here. Then it got pretty badass because Loki and Sylvie got to use their magic. So take that as you will. But most importantly, we need to wrap this up. The fact that Victor dies, everything that they have been trying to do was for absolutely nothing. So the big question is, where do we go from here? But first, let's talk about the theme of the episode. It was basically a loose Halloween scary theme. Plenty of examples to say. Dox's crew gets squished in that tiny box. I knew they wouldn't show it. That's not Disney style, but it's all the noises we're hearing, the crunching, blood dripping afterwards. Vile and disgusting. Miss Minutes getting shot offline. Her last shot, she looks like a zombie. And then, of course, Victor's death. There was a lot of death and creepiness within this episode, and that all fits into, you know, Halloween being next week. This is why I say, you You watch episodes as they come out. Don't binge them. It's so much more fun, man. But most importantly, where do we go from here? I believe everything is on Sylvie right now because Sylvie has Kang's controlling device. Now, where do all the characters go? Because they kind of give us this idea that everyone gets blown up. Like the TVA is going to be destroyed. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I think people are going to get placed on the timeline. And that's why potentially it could all be up to Sylvie, because if she still has Kang's device, she's going to be the one who can jump from timeline to timeline. So we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for watching the video. Click that subscribe button. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.